It's just I'm just trying to get
a challenging part of the game.
I'm just trying to get that one thing, but it's optional. I don't need to do it. I can come back to it later.
I didn't have to finish Cold Fear. Why am I talking shit? Why do I do that sometimes?
I don't know.
It's weird.
I don't know why you even come over here if you're gonna be like that.
Oh, are we recording? Can I put it in time? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone who may have been here longer than I realized because we've been recording longer than I realized, welcome to a real wet and wild installment of Preston Can't Play.
Oh.
On the couch with me, as always, is... Ooh, wow. Damn. That's Preston Black.
Hey.
And sidle right up on next to him. God, you know that's Tom Mitchell.
Just slide right up in here.
Saddle up. Saddle up, saddle up.
So in the last episode, I was trying to get the enemy skill beta from the Midgarzalem, and it went so poorly that I gave up. And Tom,
yeah, you were being a real beta about it. That was worth it joke.
Tom was belittling me about it.
Sometimes fruit hang low.
Ooh, just got Cure 2, baby. So now I'm trying to get a different enemy skill from an enemy in the Mithril Mines, which hopefully will happen sooner rather than later, so we can move on with our lives.
This is going to sound like a waste of sentence to you, because I've not finished the new episode of Raw that went up 7 days ago.
Okay.
But I started it.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about it?
We can. I've kind of forgot.
I'm just mad about... I've literally watched 10 minutes of it.
Okay.
I don't really like the angle they're taking with Bobby Lashley.
Oh, just...
And those other rude boys. McIntyre.
Yep.
And Baron Corbin.
Uh-huh.
And everything about their intro where they're just like, not only insulting, trying to talk shit about Braun Strowman, who they 3-on-1s after the match was already called. Or no, the match wasn't called, so he got hit with the chair and then they just brutalized the shit out of him.
Yep.
I was into basically everything they were spinning. It's the first time I've liked Elias when the lights go out, and I thought it was going to be your boy, who I for some reason can never remember the name of.
Bray Wyatt?
I thought Bray Wyatt was coming.
Yeah, I thought that too.
I was like shaking in my boots about Bray Wyatt coming in.
Yeah, I was really
just like maybe just a kid is in the ring, just oh world, and Bray Wyatt just like choke slams two of them at the same time.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
So admittedly, my expectations were incredibly high. And when the lights shone on Elias, I was just like, ugh, fucking this guy again.
You don't like Elias?
And then he fucking dropped a diss track in front of him. Normally he should talk people on his own, and it's like a weird stall in the energy where it's just like, yeah, we're gonna watch Elias talk shit for a little while.
Yeah.
To no avail. No, he came up and like eye to eye with Bobby Lashley and was shit talking his hype guy.
Uh-huh.
That was the best.
Yeah.
Like who would be a better? He'd be a better commissioner for Raw, but that would probably violate all sorts of child labor laws. It's like,
yeah.
Elias, what the...
So good.
Did you see what they did to the incredibly strong man, Braun Strowman? He's injured with a new kind of elbow injury the doctor has never seen before. And you come out swinging on a diss track.
Yeah, that was great. I love Elias, and but everyone does, so much so that they had to turn him babyface because everyone was he's so over. And I was afraid because sometimes that happens and it loses the edge.
Babyface?
Yeah, like good guy.
Okay. But why did you say babyface? Why not just face? But they're normally faces, right? Or am I...
Babyface is like the full term.
Oh, gotcha.
Face is like the shortened version.
Okay. What's the full term for heel?
A heel.
Baby heel?
No, just heel.
I'm gonna make baby heel happen.
Yeah. So I so far I think it's delightful. He hasn't changed his routine at all, and I appreciate that. I think I'm gonna move on again. I can always come back to this stuff in my downtime. I don't want to do 4 episodes of me just farming. So I'm going to move on with the story.
Yeah, we'll save that for the new series we start after Cold Fear. Farmville.
Hey, all right.
Preston sent me an invite on Facebook, and I just go on and let that sit stale in my inbox.
I don't know where I'm going. Okay. Cool. So we're just going to skip all this garbage that I was going to do.
I didn't watch the rest of that fight.
Okay.
Because I forget what happened. I got interrupted by something or other. But I really want to, because I'm excited for the super team of Elias and Braun Strowman, and I want Finn Balor to be on that team.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about that.
You know way more details than I do. This is the first episode I've watched in months.
Braun Strowman was legit injured.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's real.
Shit. What happened? From the fight?
No. That's
from filming Holmes and Watson, which I didn't realize he was going to be in.
I didn't know that either. That's amazing.
Yeah.
No, he was injured previously, and the fight where they bashed his elbow was just like to cover it.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's like the storyline, or the kayfabe, as they say, reason for his injury. But he's actually
injured. Kayfabe.
Kayfabe is like the reality that you're presented with, like the story.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. I've read that in other contexts, and I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he has bone spurs.
Oh.
In his elbow that he needs to get surgery on.
Shit.
And as a result of previous injury, I think. Although he did tear his elbow up the week previous. And I don't know if
they watched the highlight reel of it.
Yeah, I don't know if that was... He was bleeding a lot. I don't know if that was fabricated or not, but it was intense to watch. So here's the interesting thing about that. Is they're... so they've got Elias, they've got Finn Balor already involved, right?
Oh, is Finn involved?
Finn's kind of feuding with Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
And it looks like they're setting up Elias and Bobby Lashley. And we're going to have... And then Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin.
They've been kind of beefing for a while, right?
Yep. Because of what happened at... whatever the hell.
Right. Almost as long as I've been watching
the Crown Jewel. I think it was that...
But they for sure disliked each other prior to that.
Yeah, they were kind of beefing, but Braun Strowman I think it was at Crown Jewel, had a title match with Lesnar, and Baron Corbin interfered in that and caused him to lose. So now he's beefing with Corbin legit.
Gotcha.
So the not last weekend, the weekend before, low key WWE did an event called Starrcade. The history of Starrcade is that back in the 80s, that was the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, which would later become, for all intents and purposes, will become WCW.
Okay.
Or the people that ran it would move on to do WCW, and WWE would, over the course of 20 years, acquire all their properties. Starrcade was their big annual event that was a precursor to WrestleMania.
Okay.
And Vince created WrestleMania to compete with Starrcade.
Oh shit. Okay.
So now that they own that IP, they've starting last year, they've started to do an annual Starrcade event, but it's a house show. It's real low key. It's barely hyped at all.
Okay.
They're nothing shows. Last year they didn't even put it up on the network. They did this year, but only half of it.
Okay.
One of the matches that was cut was, I think it was a tag match that was going to involve that group. Because of Braun Strowman's injury, he was removed, and he was surprise replaced by Bray Wyatt. Who has not been seen since since he and Matt Hardy lost the tag titles.
Damn.
Hasn't been acknowledged on television. It's not canon. But Baron Corbin on Raw is insisting that his match that he has, so he and Braun Strowman have their tables, ladders, and chairs match scheduled for the TLC pay-per-view, and the stipulation being that I think if Braun Strowman wins, he gets another title shot, and if Baron Corbin wins, then he becomes the permanent GM instead of like the interim GM of Raw. So part of the promo that you were watching, which apparently you didn't finish,
unfortunately, yeah,
is
I watched up until Elias and Bobby Lashley started fighting.
Is that, and he might have already said this, but part of that promo is Baron Corbin insisting that that match is still going forward.
Yeah,
and
regardless of Bray Wyatt,
and if Braun Strowman doesn't show, then the match is forfeited. I'm hoping that with like zero lead up, that Bray Wyatt appears in Braun Strowman's place.
That would be interesting for the exact reason we discussed about Elias and his diss track, where we both had that thought of, oh shit, it's Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
That'd be hype. If it's like, oh, Elias is showing up, or maybe Elias does show up for a second, lights go back off, and it's Bray Wyatt.
And I feel like they lingered on that before he did that guitar strum, before he hits that chord, intentionally, because the internet is talking about Bray Wyatt appearing at Starrcade.
Okay.
But I'm very, very excited.
And when are we gonna get our sweet, sweet boy back, hopefully?
Well, if that happens, I mean, TLC is not next week, but the week after, I think.
Okay. We discuss often that we both have a desire to hang out. Exo. Preston can't play.
Yeah.
Why don't we watch more wrestling together?
That's an excellent question.
I don't know the answer.
Yeah,
Either an answer, I don't have it.
I don't have an answer for you in the slightest. Where am I going? Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip all the.
What's this wrong?
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Around.
All the enemy skill stuff that I had planned, because it's kind of time consuming and it's not interesting. I'm just gonna do that in my downtime.
Gotcha. You'll be able to come back.
So yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So before we progress the story, there is a side quest to do, and it shouldn't take super long. Actually,
oh, is this where you find Kina? Is that the name of the
Quina?
Quina.
Or Kina, I guess.
It's only ever in text. So
yes.
But yeah, we're talking about the same person.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like where you find.
This is the crossover. This is actually like the crux of like all the Final Fantasy universes connect at this point.
Got you. This is the one thing that they all have in common.
Okay, I'm going to switch my party
is the
up
smelly
a little bit.
Excuse you? You didn't ask.
It's necessary. Right. Yes.
And we like for sure have to bring arrows.
Yeah. This pertains to her.
Ugh.
Okay. So we should be.
You for sure can't bring Kate stuff. I guess we've got Tifa. I'm content with this.
Yeah. I mean, the ending. This game resolves where you have to split all your characters up into two parties, which both fight. So it's prudent to level everybody up as much as you can, if only to get the.
That's kind of a bummer that there's still going to be like 2 or 3 people that sit out.
Yeah.
Have you haven't played Mass Effect?
No.
Why did I ask?
I don't know.
I already knew the answer.
Cool. All right. Well, this is gonna be awkward, but whatever. It's probably not as necessary to be as prepared as I am for this fight, so I'll just do it.
Yeah, that's a weird thing about walkthroughs that totally makes sense, but annoy me sometimes.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes I check a walkthrough because like there's a very specific thing I'm unsure of what to do, or I do want to know where like a secret is.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, so by now you should be level 10 levels higher than you actually are, and you should have all these special abilities, which will make this next fight a breeze. I'm like, holy shit. Am I playing wrong? I gotta realize that no, it doesn't matter. I'm not playing wrong. I'm having fun. That's the way the game was meant to be interacted with.
All right, so we got the Turks. Just hanging out. They're talking about who likes who has a crush on, who has a crush on whom.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah. Between all of them.
All the Turks?
Yeah.
And the Turks have been just kind of...
I think he just said we fight like girls, which is great. Cool. I don't think this matters. Alright, we're fighting Reno and Rude.
I guess Final Fantasy games do usually have like a... Oh, I love this. I love them. I love their thing.
We've fought... I think we've definitely fought Reno before. I don't think we've fought Rude before.
Well, I love the whole thing they have going. I don't think I would have enjoyed the Boxer as much without the Swordsman, but now they just look like two best friends from
Yeah.
a shonen anime.
He's
set in
not...
high school.
He is not carrying a sword. He is carrying a... it's like a cow prod. It's like an electric wand.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm so fine with it.
My goal here is to beat both of them. But
Oh?
I want especially Reno. But they each drop individual items if I win this fight.
Oh.
And once one is taken out, the other one will run. They're sealed right now, so they're just gonna sit here and take what I've got to give them.
Here's a letter. Here's an overdue bill from Crazy Mike's video.
So I want...
Anyone who's listening to the show who knows of the sad fate of Crazy Mike's video, I offer you a moment of silence.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Crazy Mike's video is...
Sorry I spoke during your moment.
It's okay. It's okay. I think they're still with us, so I don't know that it's entirely prudent to mourn the passing of Crazy Mike's video just yet.
Okay.
It is the movie rental place in my hometown that has miraculously survived up to this point, but is unfortunately shuttering its doors incredibly soon. And I'm really upset that my trip to Montana isn't happening as little as 2 weeks earlier, so I could buy all of their videos and shit that they've got.
Is that where you closed? No, you got Goof Troop at a place that had just opened.
Yeah.
I remember.
I'm curious, like, what shit they have from their game rental days. I'm sure they've got a lot of, like, old movie posters and shit.
Yeah.
I'd love to just, like, peruse their back room for a while. But yeah, Mitch and I used to go, my sibling and I used to go for their specials. They had 88-cent Tuesdays where you could get a rental for 88 cents. And then that eventually became 99-cent Tuesday. And Sundays were, I forget what the exact ratio was, but I think it was 7 movies for $7.99. Mm-hmm. And so we'd go and rent 7 movies, and it'd usually either be a certain director, a certain actor, certain, like, member of the production team that we would choose 7 movies from, and just that's what we watched for the week.
That's so funny.
It's fun. I mean, it's how I've seen a lot of, like, kind of weird, random-ass movies. Like, it's why I've seen a decent chunk of Terry Gilliam movies.
Oh, Terry Gilliam.
We did a week of disgraced Hollywood actor Johnny Depp. I think there might have even been a Tim Burton week. It was fun. And Mitch usually led the charge on, like, picking stuff, because especially at the time I was a little bit young to, like, have a good understanding of film. But they were, I mean, we both did speech and debate, but they were a little bit older and also, like, friends with the speech and debate coach and their family. So yeah, that was a good time. Sorry, I feel like you've paused so I can pay attention to some plot.
No, it's cool. I was listening to your story. Oh. But also, yeah, kind of.
I just have a handful of anecdotes about Crazy Mike's video.
Oh, well, we can talk more about it after.
That's just one of the faves.
So, I was successful.
Well done.
I got my drop item from Reno, which is called Fairy Tale. It is Eris's second best weapon.
Oh, shit. Game. Damn. Go ahead and grab that real quick, huh?
Yeah. Secondly, Tifa has observed that they seem like they knew we were coming. The Turks, which is relevant.
There's a mole in the team. Are they thinking it's in the team? Oh shit, they are. Who did you think it was at this time?
I never did this side quest. This is a completely optional quest.
Gotcha.
and the reveal happens so quick that you barely have any time to like ponder it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's the thing that just happened. So let's do that.
Yeah, I want to do some equipping, and people can join us for the stunning conclusion of this side quest.
Yeah.
On the next Wet and Wild
I
episode.
forgot to upgrade her weapon to another thing that was already there.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd. Double, triple, super nerd.
Oh, all right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.